Shalom, brothers and sisters in Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. I'm going to go ahead and go into these 12 plagues, 12 portions of the plagues that are coming upon the world, that the body of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach might be edified. I'm going to go ahead and remove my head covering. This here, I'm going to be reading out of it, the Encyclopedia of the Lost and Rejected Scriptures by Joseph B. Lumpkin. I highly suggest this book. It's a lot of information, a lot of beautiful scripture in this book. Does have a table of contents, Old Testament law scriptures, the apocalyptic writings, and the end days is what we will be reading out of today. We will be going to 2nd Baruch. I might make a video later on concerning the apocalypse of Abraham, because there's a lot of beautiful information in there as well. But like I said, this is a good book. I do recommend it. But let me go ahead and go to 2nd Baruch. Okay. I love spending my holy Shabbats sitting back and reading, taking notes, really digesting this. Okay, let's go into 2nd Baruch. Here we go. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start at chapter 20, where it says, this time is speeding up, man. The times we are in the last days, the times are speeding up, okay? Therefore, behold, the days come, and the times will hasten more than the former, and the seasons will speed on more than those that are past, and the years will pass more quickly than the present years. Therefore have I now taken away Zion, that I may the more speedily visit the world in its season. So we know what time we're in. You can feel it in the air. The time is hastening, and we see these judgments coming upon this world from the last hurricane season. The Carolinas got battered by Florence and the various hurricanes, and now in Alaska they had that earthquake not too long ago. And now in Mecca they have this locust plague, and and call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man. Call halal, man. All praises, because we're almost up out of here. But this word must proceed until Yahweh Shah shuts the mouths of his prophets, man. And we're coming to that time, But I'm going to go ahead and go to chapter 25. And this is 2nd Baruch. Very good so far. 2nd Baruch. That's the book I'm in. Okay. Jeremiah's in here, A lot of the prophets are in here. It's dealing with the portion of time when Babylon went into captivity, and Baruch actually sent Jeremiah out with the captives of Judah. But I'm gonna go and stay on topic though. We're gonna go to chapter 25, and I'm gonna be discussing the 12 parts of tribulation that was revealed to Baruch. Okay, so I'm gonna read it, chapter 25, and I'm gonna eventually work my way on to maybe chapter 28. That's when I'll stop. And it's going to explain, what's coming. And a lot of this stuff is already here, okay? Okay. And he answered and said unto me, you will be preserved till that time, that sign which the Most High will work. So Baruch is back. Excuse me, let me finish this. It's hard for me to read and hold the camera. It's a little weird first time I've done this. And he answered and said to me, you too will be preserved till that time, till that sign which the Most High will work for the inhabitants of the earth in the end of days. So that lets you know regeneration is real, reincarnation is real. Baruch is back, y'all. We don't know exactly who he is. He might be in one of these camps. He might be, one of these brothers in the truth, man. We don't know, but a lot of the prophets of old are back again. This, therefore, will be the sign. When a stupor will seize the inhabitants of the earth, and they will fall into many tribulations. And again, when they will fall into great torments. And it will come to pass when they say in their thoughts, Salakia, because of their much tribulation, the mighty one doeth no longer remember the earth. Yea, it will come to pass when they abandon hope, that the time will then awake. So this is going to get so bad out here that people are going to believe that Yahweh isn't real, man. They're going to start believing that he has forsaken and forgotten about humanity, because he's going to bring so many grievous plagues into this place. People are going to fall out of the faith behind this, man. It's going to be cannibalism, famine. That's all written throughout Isaiah and 2nd Ezra as well. There's going to be a lot of horrible torments coming, and it's already beginning. The arrows are sent. They do draw nigh, and they will not turn back again, man. So we're going to go to chapter 26. And I answered and said, will that tribulation which is to be continue a long time, and will it necessitate many years? And he answered and said to me, this is Jehovah, into 12 parts, pieces or sections, is that time divided, and each one of them is in the first section, piece. There will be the beginning of commotions. So that's number one. And we see that now with this government shutdown. We see that this word is living, and these things are coming to pass, man. Like I said, this video will be on the 12 parts and pieces of tribulation, which will simultaneously be popping off very soon, and it's already started to pop off. There will be the beginning of commotions, okay? That's number one. All right, and we see that with the government shutdown, people not getting paid, EBT getting cut. What's going to come out of that? These commotions, man. Order out of chaos. That's what the New World Order is about. The beast system is trying to bring that, Shaitan and Azazel through Esau. They're trying to bring that, But essentially, it's going to be hell on earth before the new kingdom comes. That's why we need the blood and the seal of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, man, to protect us in these times. So let's go to the next thing. And in the second section, slayings of the great ones. In the third section, the fall of many by death. Then in the book of Isaiah, it tells us that the slaying of the Lord shall be from one earth to the other end, man. Many people are about to die. In 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and 16, it explains that men are going to long to see one another. You understand? They're going to long to see another man. There's going to be like 10 people to a city, man, and 2 in the thorns and briars and the bushes and the mountains, man. There's going to be very, very few people out here, and we see that Esau is preparing for this. With all these FEMA camp coffins and these FEMA camp concentration camps and things like that. Yahweh's really doing it all. But yeah, I'm gonna continue. But this is what's happening. And if you can't see it in the spirit, especially after watching this video, then Yahweh ain't dealing with you, man. The spirit ain't on everybody. Many are blinded, as Isaiah chapter 6 verse 10 lets us know, and many are vessels created for wrath, man. For destruction. So many people walking around today are walking to be destroyed. Why? Because the wicked are preserved for destruction. And many people are wicked in these last days. Okay. Call halal Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay. And in the fourth section, the sending of the sword. So these guns, these FEMA troops, these UN troops are going to be out here very soon. And there's going to be mass death. And this is not just going to be in America, even though America will be an epicenter because it is the epicenter of wickedness in the world. But this will be from one side of the earth to another. So even if you flee the daughter of Babylon, there's nowhere to run. If you're not covered in the grace, mercy, and have a seal to be one of the 144,000, or have the mercies of being one of the 1/3 of Yasharala, you will be tried and you will be put to death, man, more than likely. From one end of the earth to the other, man. And in the fifth section, famine and a withholding of rain. We know that's coming. Us brothers in the truth see that coming, man. I did a video on famine. A lot of brothers are doing videos on the such, and it's coming to pass, In the sixth section, earthquakes and terrors and wanting, need for food, water, and shelter. So we already had the Alaska earthquakes. We have earthquakes happening almost every week now, man. They will intensify. Terrors are going to intensify, especially with martial law impeding. And it tells us in the book of Jeremiah that men shall be very afraid, man. There should be a need for food, water, and shelter. And it tells us in the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 or 16, that the daughters and the virgins will mourn because their men will die in the famine and die in the wars. You understand? So we already know it's going to be sending of the sword. Warfare is coming. Many are going to fall by death. There's going to be a lot of slaying going on. It's going to be famines out here. It's going to be earthquakes and wanting. With the Section 8 HUD cuts coming from the government, a lot of these people are going to be on the street, man. There's going to be a lot of lawlessness going on, a lot of raping, a lot of murder. A lot of wickedness is coming, just like the purge. They're trying to show you this. And in the 8th section, a multitude of scepters and attacks of the Shaddim. Okay, I went online. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what specters were and what shadims were. But specters are ghosts, and shadims are like demons. They're unclean spirits, man. And a lot of us brothers in the truth, who Yahweh's really dealing with, he's revealing to us that he's going to release these strange apparitions that's written in the book of Wisdom of Solomon. He's going to release these demons, man, and they're going to be tormenting people. It's also written in the book of Revelations about how this earth will be struck with a star, wormwood, whether it's a meteor, comet, whatever. It's going to be struck with something from outer space, man, and it's going to have the key to the abyss, and the abyss will be open, and these scepters and shadims are going to come out and torment people, the locust, for 5 months. And it says in that day, men will want to die. They will seek death, but they will not be able to die, man. So, you know, the only people who are going to be safe at this time are the 144,000 elect men of Yasharal from the 12 tribes of Israel, man. And, you know, if you don't got that seal, those demons are going to go in on your ass. You know, these demons are going to be torturing people, tormenting people. These demons are really going to be raping women and men. These demons are really going to be tearing people up, man. And we're coming into this time, you know. We are coming into this time. And in the 9th section, the fall of fire, the nuclear warfare. There's going to be fire out here. Nukes going off, bombs going off. Hell's going to fall mingled with fire. You know, Yahweh's going to bring it, man. He's about to bring it, and he's already started it. Okay, and in the 10th section, rapine and much oppression. And I Googled what rapine means, and that's violent seizures. A brother from GMS, I forgot which camp he was in, but he was talking about how in state of emergency, how the government has in their books the hoarding law, to where they can come and take all your stuff, man. It'll be property of the state. So we can see that these things are coming. What's already set up. You know, this word is living. It's going to be violent seizures of property. Okay, that's what rapine means. It's going to be much oppression. You people are going to be put in FEMA camps. There's going to be, it's going to be really bad out here, man. It's going to be all lawlessness. All hell's about to break loose, y'all. And in the 11th section, wickedness and hedonism. So I looked up what hedonism is, you know, and that's what we got to do. When we read something and we don't know what it means, to study it, research, that you may find yourself approved, man, before the eyes of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, man. We got to know what this stuff is and what it means. So it's going to be wickedness and hedonism. And we already see this going on with that little faggot boy, 11-year-old boy, drag queen, you know, going to gay strip bars, stripping and getting money thrown at him, taking pictures with naked men. We see the wickedness and hedonism. Hedonism is basically, I looked it up, it's basically a religion that is wrapped around pleasures. You know, it's basically like a do without will. You know what I mean? It's basically a way of life in which people will live only for pleasure. And people are kind of already hedonistic in their nature this day. That's why pedophilia is rampant. This is why child sex rings is going on. This is why a lot of these women are whores. Is because people are just pleasure seekers, man. They don't seek the righteousness, man, of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Let's go to verse 12. And in the 12th section, confusion from the mingling together of all those aforesaid. Okay? For these slices of that time are reserved and will be mingled one with another and reinforce one another. For some will leave out some of their own and receive it instead from others, and some complete their own and that of others, Salakia, so that those may not understand who are upon the earth in those days, that this is the consummation of the times. So Yahweh is going to basically take all the things I've read, all these judgments, okay? I'm just going to read them through. It's going to be the beginning of commotions. We see that. It's going to be slaying of the great ones, the fall of many by death, the sending out of the sword, famine and the withholding of rain, earthquakes and terrors and wanting, multitude of specters and attacks of the Shadim, which is multitudes of ghosts, strange apparitions, and demons are going to be attacking people soon. And, you know, they show you that in like Mark Wahlberg's The Happening and this new movie Bird Box. The people think it's a fucking game, and it's really about to go down. Stuff like this is really about to be happening, and it's not a game at all, you know. A lot of you scoffers and 2/3 niggas are going to get put to death, man. And most, you know, this is going to befall the whole world, you know. There's nowhere to hide. The fall of fire, you know, that's going to be nuclear warfare. and things of that nature. But pain and much oppression. There's going to be violent seizures of property, okay? There's going to be wickedness and hedonism. There's going to be pleasure seekers, people who only want to live to feel good. So a lot of you women are going to be getting raped on sight. A lot of these kids are going to be raped. There's going to be a lot of wickedness going on, and it's already happening now, and there's law and order according to Esau's standards. Confusion from the mingling together of all these things, okay? So all this is what's about to go down. This is the Great Tribulation, you understand? And this is what Yahweh Shai has revealed to Baruch, okay? So let's go to chapter 28. Nevertheless, whosoever understands will then be wise, for the measure and reckoning of that time are 2 parts, a week of 7 weeks. And I answered and said, it is good for a man to come and behold, but it is better that he should not come lest he fall. But I will also ask, but I will ask this also: will he who is incorruptible despise those things which are corruptible? What happens in the case of those things which are corruptible, so that he might look only to those things which are not corruptible? But if, O Lord, those things will certainly come to pass, which you have foretold me, show this to me also, if I indeed have found grace in your sight. Is it in one place or in one of the sections of the earth that those things are come to pass, or will the whole earth experience them? Okay, so Baruch is asking Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, is this going to be for everybody? They're going to be like a difference between those? We know the answer. Yahweh's going to seal his elect, and everyone else is going to be in torment. And he's going to reserve a portion of Yasharal as 1/3. Okay, we can get that out the Bible, but that's Zechariah 13:8. Okay, let's go here. And he answered and said to me, whatever will befall the whole earth, all who live will experience. For at that time, I will protect only those. Salakia, brothers. Salakia. My wife called me and interrupted the video. I don't know why she called, because I'm in the same house as her. But we all know that how Shaitan enjoys using our woman to interrupt. They love working through the woman, these demons and Hashatan. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, man, where I left off at. And he answered and said to me, whatever will befall the whole earth, all who live will experience. And even you 1/3. Because in the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, verse 8, as I referenced before, it says that the 1/3 will be tried through the fire, man. Y'all going to get tried through all this I read. Only one's going to be protected is the elect. For at that time will I protect only those who are found in those same days in this land. You understand? Which also gives an edification on the regeneration, all the prophets and brothers and the elect who are in the truth. We've been regenerated from the past, and Yahweh's going to protect us. And, we're going to be given the power this time around. As bad as these people want to come against us and kill us and persecute, the elect, it won't happen this time. This time we're going to be set up as hunters. And this time we're going to be putting in work during this time of tribulation, as I read here. But we are from ancient. We are from the days of ancient. We've been regenerated into this generation. As I shed light in the last video, the last part, where it talked about Baruch coming back. You know what I'm saying? And that's chapter 25, verse 1. He answered and said unto me, you too will preserve Shalakia. And he said, Shalakia. And he answered and said to me, you too will be preserved to that time, to that sign which the Most High will work for the inhabitants of the earth in the end days. You too will be preserved till that time. Baruch is back, man. These prophets are back. Jeremiah is back. Isaiah is back. John the Baptist is back. We're all back in the flesh, man, in these end days. But I can continue, but I'm going to go ahead and stop it right here. But we all know that, I'll continue a little bit. And when all is accomplished that was to come to pass in those sections, that the Messiah, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, will then begin to be revealed. You understand? And what? And Behemoth will be revealed from his place, and Leviathan will ascend from the sea. Those two great monsters, which I created on the 5th day of creation, and will have kept until that time. And they will be food for all that are left. So I did that in my video, the Leviathan video, the elect in the 1/3, when this famine is going on, Yahweh's going to feed us, man. We might, well, the behemoth and Leviathan are going to be cut loose to torment people and to put people to death. These wicked, those are swords of Yahweh. But at the end of it all, Yahweh Shai's going to come and put them to death. And we're going to be eating them. I know that's a lot, but got these babies over here kirking. So I'm going to go ahead and end it. I hope this is edifying for the body of Yahweh Shai. Call halal Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And Shalom till next time.